Also check. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on it. It's not it.
Okay, but there will be some 20 seconds delay, no? So it takes a
Yeah,
little bit time. 20-30 seconds delay is there.
yeah, yeah. I think we're
Yes.
live.
Yeah, we are live. Great. So
Yes.
we are live now, guys, and with me. First of all, Sham, welcome
Hi.
back to the channel.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Atul.
and we are going to have this 21st session of my 21 days live series. We had miss maybe you know already about this thing, like I was streaming every single day for last 21
Yes,
days,
yes.
and
Yeah,
it was not some chill stream or something like that. We were always talking about something important, like some topic which
yeah.
is useful for the viewers, and
Instructive things. Yeah, I get it.
instructive streams were there. So guys,
Yeah,
before we go further, please let me know, like the voice and everything is quite clear, that you can hear us properly, and then we
yeah,
will start with our today's thing also.
yeah. And let me know if I'm also audible.
Yeah, let us know, like we both are quite audible to you, everything is cool, just let us know. Just hit the button so that we'll understand that everything is good. Yeah. Still we are not getting the message. Yeah, all clear. Great. So we can see that Anshit is
Thank you.
already here, Aryan is here, everything is fine. Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting
Thank
us
you.
know. Dakshila also. And one more thing is there, guys. I would like to say that I have added the Discord link in the description. You can see it in the first. So please join the Discord, because from miss on this coming Sunday we will be having subscribers tournament, and I will be putting the link also about that, and all the notifications you will be getting in Discord. So
Oh,
do join the Discord. And about Sham, like he was always coming on our channel when we were commenting about chess Olympiad which happened last month, and that time many people joined us, and we enjoyed India's gold medal. Like how
yeah.
we the journey we enjoyed it. And recently Sham has even started his own YouTube channel. His channel's name is his own name, Shyam Sundar, Grandmaster Shyam Sundar, and that link is also I have posted in the description. So do visit his channel and subscribe to his channel, because he's posting about his experiences, his analysis and everything. Recently he posted about his childhood memories also.
Yeah.
Related,
My
and
favorite
that,
players.
yeah,
Yeah.
favorite memories. So I also liked it. So
Thank you.
yeah, so you watch it, guys. There is a lot to learn from Sham, because if you even watch the live streams which we did about chess Olympiad, there is a lot to learn, how he calculates, how he analyzes the games. It's very fascinating, and it is really a treat to have Sham today also, because today's topic is also something which is very common among many youngsters or the players who are developing, and that is the how to improve chess calculation. So Sham, maybe you can guide a little bit miss briefly about it, and then we will be looking at from your game also. But before we go to the game, I would like you to talk, what is calculation about you, like according to you, and how you can develop it.
Okay, well, according to me, calculation is not just calculating moves deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
According to me, the most challenging task is to calculate non-forcing moves. Like for example, it's easy to calculate forcing moves. Yeah, like for
Mm-hmm.
example, you give a check, I move a piece. You keep attack, I move.
Mm-hmm.
Those kinds of narrow calculations, I think it's probably quite easy for
Maybe
anyone.
it can be termed as tactics. Like in tactics you always think about checks, captures and threat, which is available just right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like when you play a move, opponent has only one move. That kind of narrow calculation,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's 20 moves deep, I think
Mm-hmm.
probably with the concentrated mind, I think you can still calculate.
Okay.
But according to me, the toughest task is to calculate non-forcing moves.
Oh.
Like many things will be happening in the board, and
Mm-hmm.
somewhere you have to play a move like some king h1, just a
Mm-hmm.
silent move.
Silent
That
move.
is according, yeah, that is something according to me. It's very difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to train like this, I think we have to just see lots and lots of games and patterns. So
Okay.
what I feel is that knowing lots of patterns, remembering all these things, it also constitutes main part in calculation. It's not just like a rook e1 check, king d8, queen d1 check, king c7. It's not like that, according
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Okay.
Whenever you are calculating a long sequence, I
Mm-hmm.
feel you have to pass every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, we might miss candidate moves here and there. Like
Okay.
let's say you give a rook d1 check, I
Mm-hmm.
might have king c7, c8, e7, e8, so many things. We
Okay.
might consider only king
but
c7.
but
We might ignore
maybe
this.
just one more question about the thing which you just talked about, because in our viewers, many people might not be that much well versed about what is candidate moves. So can you please a little bit briefly tell us like what is candidate moves, because I know there are many
Yeah.
beginners also who are watching.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, candidate moves is basically what. Let's say, for example, let's say you give a rook e1 check.
Mm-hmm.
My king is on e8, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So my king can go to four different squares. Yeah, king
Yeah.
d7, king d8, king f7, king f8.
Yeah.
So this is what people call as candidate moves, candidate options.
Okay.
So let's say when you're calculating a long sequence, so
Mm-hmm.
what we should do is, let's say we're playing white plays rook e1 check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we are calculating king d7 first.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're calculating king d7, you should finish king d7,
Okay.
and then you should go king d8, and then
Mm-hmm.
king f7, king f8.
Mm-hmm.
Most common mistake which everyone, includes me, what we do is, sometimes we see king d7, king d8, and
Mm-hmm.
again we come to king d7 back. There is a non-coordination of thought process.
Okay.
So once you finish a line, you should not come back. Just say something, and your mind assess something, and then move on to other lines. So
Okay.
that would be my suggestion for a proper structured thought process.
Okay, so we will be looking at all these aspects of the game, because we can learn more if we analyze the game. In that process, we will be discussing about all about the important concept related to calculation. So should we start with the game and see whatever you are talking? So guys,
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
you must have understood the briefly what is calculation, and we are going to discuss about all the things which Sham was talking through his one of his own favorite games which he played against Evgeny Postny in Sandwiches. And one more thing is that I was also present in that tournament, and we were very happy when Sham was playing this game, and we were like, this game finished very late, right? On that, yeah,
Yeah, probably 3 to 3.5 hours. Yes.
yeah. So we were waiting for his game also to finish. So I still remember that day and the game also, the way he played. And in this game, as here Venkatraman Karthik, he is also grandmaster who also has thanks Karthik
Hello,
for joining.
Karthik.
Yeah, and he also has his own channel, guys. I'll just like to say, like, his channel's name is Chess Cult. So maybe if you are interested to learn from him also to understand chess, because he is doing a good classical series, and he invites quite strong players on his channel, Karthik's channel. Recently he invited Krishnan Shashikiran, who is India's one of the brightest chess players, we can say, like a topmost chess player. He dominated Indian chess field, and also abroad also quite a lot. He played in Olympiad team quite regularly. Sham must be knowing
Yeah,
about him a lot.
personal also. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has also beaten Anand in classical game.
Oh, he has also beaten Anand. And I
Yeah,
still remember, like, his one tournament was very famous, like MTEL Masters, I think. He even beat,
Sophia,
yeah,
Topalov,
Sophia, when he beat Topolo also in that
Topalov, I
tournament.
think. Yeah,
Yeah. So guys, if you want to see his interview, then do go to Karthik's channel and watch it. His channel's name is Chess Cult.
chess cult. Yeah,
Yeah. So Karthik, if you are there, then you can even put your channel's link also. I have made you a moderator here, so do put your link also. So Sham, let's go through the game, and
yep, sure.
yeah. So can you just talk a little bit about the game if you want to talk in brief? Means
Yeah,
in starting, like what happened. Otherwise,
yeah,
we'll
for
just
sure.
continue with the moves.
Yeah, there's a dilemma before the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Posty is a very principled player,
Mm-hmm.
and he has annotated tons and tons of games. Like, I have seen him wherever you open Mega Database or any article,
Mm-hmm.
you will find always Postny's analyze in all openings.
Oh,
So, he's a very good theoretician and a very solid player as well.
okay.
So I was thinking what opening to play. That took nearly 3 to 4 hours for me to decide which opening to play. So I was thinking either to play King's Indian or to play the one which I played in the game. So what I did was I kind of had both in my mind,
Okay.
King's Indian as well as what happened in the game. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I'll just go to the board and decide over the board. So
Oh,
that's what happened that day.
cool. Means you are a little bit confused, but you prepared both the things. So
Yeah,
yeah. So d4 and f6 was played by you here, and then
yeah.
c4, e6. Okay. Knight f3, d5, and
G3.
g3. This is
Catalan.
Catalan opening. Yeah. Yeah, guys. If you are enjoying, if you are learning, then do like it, do like the stream, guys. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So here, let's proceed here. D takes c4 is one of the main lines in open Catalan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for a player like me, playing solid line doesn't suit me in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I always look for any complications as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And the game, yeah, can go a few more moves.
Yeah,
Bishop
bishop
G2,
g2, bishop b4 was played, then
yeah,
bishop d2 and a5.
A5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something actually I had prepared for National A. The
Mm-hmm.
previous, I think it was held in 2015. I'm not sure. So I
Mm-hmm.
had prepared that along with Mr. Saravan, who was my
Mm-hmm.
mentor also, who is still my mentor also. Like
Mm-hmm.
once in a while I work with him. So
Yeah.
we both worked on it together. And
Mm-hmm.
good thing is, in this tournament, he was also my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever he's my roommate, always play good chess. I'm always completely focused.
Mm-hmm.
He's not only a mentor. I think he's more of a friend also. Like
Oh.
so I always feel very comfortable with him. I can speak whatever I wanted to, and so
Yeah. Miss, I also talked with him, and he is very jolly person also. Like he always
yeah,
has
very
a,
jovial.
smile on his face, and he is very like good with words, I'll say. Like he
Yeah,
chooses.
very very knowledgeable person also. He
Yeah,
knows
very
like
knowledgeable.
many
Yeah,
culture he knows. So
he reads a lot. Like we have already
exactly.
seen, like he has plenty of books also.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever he speaks in English, first thing is I'll just Google what is he trying to say. The words which he uses quite often.
Yeah. Yeah. So Queen C2 was played by him, and guys, I have given the link once again. I have posted the link of Karthik's channel. You can check it now. Okay. So Bishop D2 was played by you. He captured Queen takes D2, and now you played C6 in this position. Sham,
Yeah,
whenever you feel like, you tell me. Okay. Means when
yeah.
to talk and
So actually, this move, like this variation, especially this move, became quite popular when Carlsen beat Hammer in
okay.
Norway.
Mm-hmm.
So since that game, this opening, this variation kind of became famous.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can just go ahead. The whole actually black wants to play b5 to defend c4 pawn.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
why.
logical for white to play e4.
Okay.
And the black's point is once white commits ea4, the
Mm-hmm.
b4 square becomes a weakness, dark square weakness.
Okay.
So that's what black's idea, and white's idea is to stop b5. So both has pros and cons.
Yeah, pros and cons, because a5 is controlling the b4 square and a4 is controlling the b5 square. But ultimately, we can see that this knight can always jump to b4 square, like a6 and b4, whenever
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
is necessary for us. So
Yeah,
here,
that's how even Carlsen beat a hammer. Like guys
oh,
can also check that game. It's a quite.
yeah,
I was watching the game live, like as usual, so it kind of impressed me a lot because to beat a 2-6.
yeah, there is some lag, something maybe. I think now this is fine, right? I think it's fine.
Yeah, now it's fine. Sorry guys, I
Yeah.
think we got interrupted in between.
Yeah. So maybe some little bit connection lag, but I think
You can always
it's
call
back.
Srinath,
Yeah.
if any net problems.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens. No, okay. And
Yeah.
Karthik is saying, like, also I think Topolov played against Kramnik and against Anand
Anand.
in his World Chess Championship match.
Right.
Yeah. So here, this was the usual plan, and maybe you can say, like, this is one of the famous lines you're playing.
No, I think many things against Catalan. So.
Catalan is very famous. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Queen f4 played by Postny here, and then you played Queen b6, attacking the b2 pawn.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, in 2015, this was my prepared novelty.
Mhm.
Like along with Sarwan, I had prepared this novelty.
Mhm.
This variation was also given in Avruk's book. I think for Queen f4, he gave some other line.
Mhm.
So Queen b6 was my novelty in 2015.
Mhm.
But by 2016, I think someone else already played. I think Matlako. I don't know. Some GM already played
Yeah,
it.
Matlako versus Predke, this game was there. Like Predke played
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
In November only, 1 month before your game.
Wow. Okay. So I was like, why? I have very few novelties. Why do they play? They play by novelty.
Yeah. So here I want to ask a question which might come to anybody's thing, like why black is giving the knight on e4 free, like
Yeah.
Miss, the very like simple question, but I'm just saying, like what do you think, how do you think in such positions, how do you like come up with the queen b6 move, because this is also something which is related to the calculation, I think.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Mhm.
So Queen b6, I kind of remember till Queen b6 that I have Queen b6 in my notes.
Okay.
After that, I was completely blank. So I was like, okay, let's play over the board.
Yeah. Okay, queen b6 you played it, and then obviously queen takes e4. If you play, then queen takes b2 is coming, and this rook is not having that many good squares, only one
And
square
there's
is there.
Queen c1 in my notes.
Yeah, queen c1 checkmate is also there, and okay, the knight is protected by the queen c1, so he needs to give up the rook on a1 in that case. So that is something which is straightforward. So white did not capture the knight on e4. He castled. And one more thing I would like to say, the viewers here, guys, if you are new here, do like the stream so that more people will come. This is our final day of 21 day series, so I hope we will enjoy and we will have a good time today.
Yeah.
So queen takes b2 you played, and he played knight e5. Wow. He's not saving his rook on a1. So
Yeah, he's running.
yeah. So how your calculation went on to the, like, after this, like, because as our today's topic is like it's about the calculation, so maybe this is something we need to calculate. We cannot just play the moves randomly, right?
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So when white plays knight e5, okay, and again candidate moves, like as I mentioned earlier, candidate moves. Like I have castle, knight f6, and queen a1. I would say.
Okay, these three moves are candidate moves which are there in your mind, but how to approach there once you get the candidate moves. So maybe from like a simple perspective, I'll say like candidate moves are the moves which are most probably you would like to play in the position.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. It is not just the possible moves, because possible, if you see, like, there is knight a6 also possible, but you are not going to play knight a6 in the position. So the moves which are possible also, and which most probably you might play, means you are
most logical,
logical in the position which you can play. So knight f6 castle and queen into a1 was your candidate move. So how did you approach on your move?
Yeah, so that's how we should see when calculating. First, we should see candidate moves, and after seeing candidate moves, we have to start with forcing moves. So here, forcing moves or captures. So queen a1 is the capturing move. Okay. So first we go to queen a1.
Just for the sake of, like,
yeah,
queen a1 is the first choice here, but that will fail.
Queen f7. Yeah, queen f7, king d8, and white can play even queen g7 or even bishop e4.
Okay, so queen g7 or bishop takes e4 is simplest way to play in this position.
Yeah. Okay. So black's king is in the center, and g7 pawn is falling, and the position collapses.
Yeah. So this is out of question. Like, your queen will be out of the game. This rook is also not coming in the game, and this all the pieces are just like the spectators, in short.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So that's ruled out.
Yeah. Queen a1 is ruled out.
Yeah, these things doesn't take more than 10 seconds. To see. You should be very fast. Also, you can't take time for each and every move. You have to be a bit faster as well. So castle, queen a1 is ruled out.
Yeah. Knight f6 is ruled out.
Coming back. So the basic thing is, once you go to opponent's
I think we can just play the knight move.
Knight d2 or knight a3. Yeah, anything.
Yeah, knight a3. The main thing is that you are just going to capture on c4 also, and this queen doesn't look good here then in that case.
Yeah. And to answer Mr. Karthik, how do you know when to look for candidate moves?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing is it comes from experience. Another thing is, I think it's better to look for candidate moves for each and every move. It won't take more than 30 seconds. Just you have to be very quick with your candidate moves. Just see tuck fast, and you can see the candidate moves quickly. And once you kind of see, then you can slowly start eliminating one by one which one should be played. So knight f6 automatically ruled out because with black I entered white's camp. So there is no point in retreating, because the more I retreat, white will suddenly his pieces will come forward. Yeah,
because he already has the knight in the center, and queen is also at a good position. This bishop is also opened up, so you need to be quick.
Yeah, I have to be quick. I have to be played dynamic. So.
And one more question about the candidate moves I would like to ask. Like, as you said, like, you need to be quick in getting the candidate moves, but sometimes it means, how do you consider that this is the candidate move in the position? Like, you just feel like it playing, or how?
Yes.
Like, means.
Okay. Basically, feeling is nothing but intuition. Yeah. So intuition basically comes when you solve lots of positions, study lots of games, get to know so many patterns. So once all these things are in your mind, so slowly some feel will come to you, some intuition will come to you based on the positions. Okay. So that's what I would say as
basically means you need to solve lots of positions and look at many games to develop that feeling of, and then your candidate moves will be coming to you more naturally.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a process, you mean to say. You need to like go through the grind
process. Yeah. Okay. There is no shortcut, as VAP Karthik
Karthik was asking about the shortcut. There is no shortcut.
There is no shortcut. There is shortcut, but not for success. For to come down, there is shortcut. To succeed, I don't think there is any shortcuts.
Yeah, Vaibhav is asking, in some positions there is no moves that are check, capture, threat, forcing moves. Well, when there, I would like to just say, like, when there are forcing moves, you need to play the forcing moves. When you have options, then candidate moves comes into the center, I think.
Correct? Yeah. Yeah. Suppose you okay. To answer Mr. Vaibhav's question, I think the more we'll see about this game, I think
Yeah,
we will get to know.
yeah, we will get
Yeah.
to know. So guys, have a little bit patience also.
Yeah.
So
So,
castle, you played castle here, and
knight
okay.
a3.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course, queen e4, second queen e1. Yeah. So my king is
yeah, queen
safe,
f4,
and my
and
queen will come back.
king is safe. That's why you can afford to capture here. And the thing is that queen is also coming back very soon, very soon.
Yeah. Or even queen a3. Sorry, if knight moves, queen a3, queen e7. Like
Yeah,
my queen is
queen
coming
e3 and
near my king.
queen e7 is also coming back in that case. So that is
Yeah.
not that great move. His opponent played, means Bostoni played knight a3 in this position, and
Right.
now again your queen is. I feel like it is not in a good position.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but okay, what to do? I also read some phrase in some, I don't know who told, I think Znoska Borowski, I'm not sure. So
Mm-hmm.
what was mentioned was that
Mm-hmm.
whenever your queen reaches opponent's camp,
Mm-hmm.
unless it is forced to retreat, don't retreat. It's
Oh,
something I have studied somewhere.
interesting.
I don't remember who told, but
Mm-hmm.
of course it doesn't uh, go everywhere. Yeah, certain things in certain portions this rule might apply. In
Mm-hmm.
certain things it may not apply.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, whatever we read, it's not like the only rule to play or any
Yeah,
thumb rule to play chess.
it's not like a hard and fast rule. matlab,
Exactly,
yeah.
there are always exceptions in each and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So here knight c3 was played by you.
logical choice according to me because I
Mm-hmm.
started playing very aggressively right from opening.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to keep the momentum going, yeah, to
Yeah.
keep the initiative going. I had to do like this,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the reason why I played like this because basically that is my style to try to imbalance the position.
Okay.
So that's what I thought. Okay, let me try as much as I can.
Yeah, and there is a very small trap also. Means small threat is
Yeah,
also there that e2 is falling. And one more
right.
important thing which I can say, like maybe this is your main idea, that you are controlling the b1 square.
Exactly. That's one of the key ideas as well. Yes.
Yeah, b1 square is also very important in this position which you're controlling. So your opponent also played a good move. I think he did not save the pawn. He played queen e3 in this position.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not so to take away the queen from fork,
Mm-hmm.
and he's also threading knight a c4, I think, so
Mm-hmm.
that c3 knight is a bit
Yeah,
shaky.
in that c3 knight will not be that much good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here
So what do I have to keep going? Knight e2. What else? I don't have a choice.
you need to capture the pawn. So he played king h1 in that case, and again you came back here. Well,
Yeah, knight c3.
yeah, you were not afraid of knight a c4 because that's what you were thinking earlier. So what is the big difference between the capturing the pawn and not having the pawn on the board? Like how did
Yeah,
you?
basically I'm a pawn up, and
Mm-hmm.
basically now knight c4, as I said earlier, like dark square is a weak, yeah, b4 square. So I
Mm-hmm.
can just play queen b4 and bring my knight back. I have how many pawns? I am 2 pawns up,
Ah,
so which is always good enough. Yeah,
means if
good.
he attacks on your knight, then you can just come back with the knight d5 in that case, and you are quite safe.
Exactly. Yeah, and my queen, and I'm 2 pawns up, so it will
Mm-hmm.
always be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Anshuman is asking like, sir, but doesn't it come on sacrifice of development? And black seems to back in development.
Yes,
Yeah.
black is back in, of course, black is behind in development,
Mm-hmm.
but despite behind in development,
Mm-hmm.
white cannot attack my king. My king
Mm-hmm.
is very safe. He can maximum attack my queen. So that
Mm-hmm.
is fine. Yeah? That's what any dynamic player would like to have, no?
Yeah,
Material
king should be
imbalance.
safe. King should be safe.
Exactly. King should be safe. If white rook g1, white queen g3 is a different story. You
Mm-hmm.
are eyeing on the king.
Mm-hmm.
But here my king is safe. So why should I bother? Just a queen, yeah, it's fine. You can always promote to point queen.
Just
So
a
it's fine.
queen, just a queen,
Yeah,
guys.
just a queen.
Just a
It
queen. Not
doesn't matter.
not a big deal.
Exactly.
For Sham in this game, you will come to see that Sham feel like, okay, this is just a part of the, like, one chess
Part of
piece is
chess.
there. Yeah. So
Exactly.
rook
So
f1 was actually played in the game, and you played knight d5,
yeah,
and here your opponent did not capture on c4, obviously, for obvious reason
reason.
that
Okay.
knight into e3 is coming. But in
Yeah.
that case also, I have one question, like maybe for the viewers, like, will you capture on e3 or do you have a better move?
Maybe I have
Because
queen a1.
I think maybe yeah, queen a1 may be the best move. That's what I wanted to
Yeah.
ask them, but you
But
already answered.
even if knight e3 is fine, knight e3, knight b2, knight g2, I'm how many pawns up? 2 pawns up. Yeah. It's
Two,
fine.
3 4 5 3 4 5. Yeah, you are two
Yeah.
pawns up, and there is no, like, threat
Weakness.
also, no weakness, no threat,
Exactly.
and it is just simply winning position for
Yeah.
black. Yeah.
Yeah.
So knight a4 is completely out of question. He played a good move, I think. He played
Yeah. The sides, they are calm or they're super aggressive.
maybe.
Our
Yeah.
parents are deceptive, no? Anshit.
Yeah. Thanks, Anshit. So e takes d5, you captured. So you had two options here, Sham. So
Yeah.
while calculating, how did you come up with the move like e d5 instead of c takes d5, which actually corrects your pawn structure?
And doubles point one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here what the calculation starts.
Hmm.
Actually, I had started calculating when I played my 13th move knight c3.
Hmm.
Till then, I was saying till here what happens.
Hmm.
So all these moves are quite more or
So
less
this
forced.
this was the 13th move. Till that moment, you were just playing the moves, but after your
Yeah.
13th move, you started calculating,
I
and
start
now, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, and
To play knight c3, I thought for almost 20-25 minutes to make sure if everything is fine.
okay.
So
So.
here, why I played CD5 because so however I capture ED5 or CD5,
Mm-hmm,
white is going to play Rook B1,
mm-hmm,
probably Rook, I assume Rook AB1 or Rook CB1,
mm-hmm,
and my queen is getting trapped.
mm-hmm,
So I have to play Queen B4. I don't have any choice. I cannot play Queen B1. There is no point in sacrificing the queen like that.
mm-hmm,
So I have to play Queen B4.
mm-hmm.
White plays Rook B4. I play AB4. If you
Okay.
see, my pawns are very nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
D5, C4, B4. It's very nice.
yeah. This pawn is also
But
coming here. Yeah.
yeah, so this look nice, but I also need pieces to bring. Like if you see white king on h1, it's on light square bishop.
Mm-hmm,
So I thought I need to bring my light square bishop out to create any mating threats. Like just one move somewhere, bishop h3, and
mm-hmm.
the white king on h1 is forever. It's like
Trapped means
stuck.
it cannot
Yeah,
come
stuck.
out in the, yeah, stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always a mating tricks, like
Mm-hmm.
so many mating tricks. Huh? So this is the one of the reason why I played e5 instead of c5. It's
Okay.
also both looks equally tempting, but intuitively I felt I need to bring more pieces because I'm imbalanced in the position. So I thought I need to give life to my c8 bishop, either to f5 to control b1 square
Uh-huh.
or to h3 to trap the king. So
Yeah,
this is
and
what this
here upon f5, definitely you're controlling this thing, and if by any chance, like if he misses something, then bishop e4 is also some of the tries. Like,
exactly.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So Karthik is saying something to you. Maybe you can
I was
answer him.
prepared someone. No, it was played on the board. It was not my preparation.
Yeah. And Karthik, I was also there watching this game live in Sitges, and I was like, not only me, means Swapnil was there, like we were all there, and we were amazed by the way he was playing. Like everybody was around his table at that time.
Yeah. So funny thing is, okay, we'll just go one more.
Yeah, yeah,
ED5.
AD5.
When I was playing ED5, no, in my
Huh.
next board, I think two strong GMs were playing. I don't remember who. Like two 2600 GMs are playing, and they
Maybe
were looking at
that
me.
time Katakansky was there, no, in the
Yeah,
tournament.
but I'm not sure if he was next to my board.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm let's say if I'm playing on fourth board, someone was on playing on third board.
Mhm.
So they were looking like me as if I blended what kind of chess you are playing. That way they were giving. I was like, what am I missing? I'm just losing queen. So what? Those kind of thing. It had self doubts. I was like, okay. Then I was like, okay, I should not get bothered much about what others feel. It's also
Yeah.
very important psychological element, I think, because even when you are confident, some GM or any other player
Mhm.
might always give a look as if, "Arey, kya chess खेल रहे हैं? What chess you are playing?" That kind of look they will give you. So my suggestion is better not to look anyone's expressions. If you
Mhm.
want to look, just look at their board, just for to have a relaxed mind.
Relax.
Then come to your board and don't look at anyone's expression. It's what I would suggest.
This is very important to be more focused also without doubting yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So even if Carlson sees and he doubts your chess, it's fine. It does not matter. Just focus, believe in your ability. Is
Yeah.
what my suggestion.
Yeah. So here people are saying like queen is getting trapped. Yes, guys, queen is getting trapped here, but Sham has planned something very beautiful in this game, and we are going to see that thing. And before we go further, I would like to say, like, guys, make it 50 likes. I can say like almost 50 people are watching here. Make it 50 likes. I hope like you are new also here. Do like the stream, guys, and support the channel. Okay. So rook a b1 he played, and okay, your queen is not having that many good squares, and you finally played queen b4 here, and your opponent captured, and you are like queen down. And how many pieces you have? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Opponent is also 4 pieces, and you have only one rook against his
But I have
queen.
8 pawns.
Yeah, you have the pawns, and that too.
Yeah.
And those the 2 doubled pawns.
Yeah. And I never was passed pawns. It's all about attitude, no? Positivity.
Yeah.
So So how I assessed is when playing the 13th move knight c3, I saw till here.
Mm-hmm.
Because also one more thing is when you're calculating, you cannot calculate till the end. At some
Wow.
point, you have to stop and
Mm-hmm.
start assessing the position. What is this? Black is better, white is better, and all these things are there. So when I assessed this position, I thought like I had this position in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So my candidate moves were like okay, knight is on a3 is an attack. So
Mm-hmm.
knight c2, knight b1, and knight c4, three candidate
Yeah.
moves.
So one more thing I would like to point out to the viewers, like Sham saw this position when he played his 13th move, that is knight c3. Okay. So this is how you need to calculate. Like he arrived at this position where he is queen down, but his assessment was like his pawns will be good enough for him to give good play. And now from this moment onwards, he started thinking like, okay, white has three main moves with the knight, and knight b1, knight c2. Maybe we should look at one move at a time.
Yeah, right.
So knight
So what
b1,
I
I will start. What?
Yeah,
Knight
knight
b1.
b1. I just saw rook a4,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this position in my mind. I was visualizing, yeah, like 10
Mm-hmm.
moves calculation. No?
Mm-hmm.
So I was visualizing in my mind. I was like, okay, my black's next moves will be bishop f5, or knight a6, knight c7, knight b5, or
Mm-hmm.
bishop h3, or
Means like this, the knight will jump here.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly, or b3, c3, anything like. What I asked myself was, if it's white to play, what is he going to play? This is
Mm-hmm.
also one more important factor. I feel it's not only about thinking about your moves; it's
Mm-hmm.
also about thinking how will opponent respond. Because
Correct.
if you just think our moves, we might misassess the position.
Mm-hmm.
Only when we think from opponent's heels,
Mm-hmm.
we might understand what kind of situation they are in, what kind of danger they are also facing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought here, I was asking whites, what will white's next move? I'm like,
Yeah.
rook e1, yeah,
And the
correct.
way you are saying, no, like once I read in some book, I don't remember exactly which book. Like he's like the ghosts which are there in your mind while playing the
Hmm?
game, because ghost means the things by which we get afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
during
sure.
the game,
Uh-huh.
like this might happen, that might happen, मेरा opponent ये खेलेगा वो खेलेगा.
Right,
Same
right.
way, same type of ghosts are also there in your opponent's minds also. Like it is not
Exactly.
just you are facing the problems, he is also facing the same kind of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even opponent has emotions. Yeah? We're not playing against a robo or
Yeah.
computers.
Yeah.
Playing as humans, normal humans. So
Yeah. So here this was your calculation and you felt like you're comfortable in this position. But to
yeah,
be honest, Sham, maybe means your understanding and judgment is like this, that's why you went for this variation. But for the different people, or maybe you can say the normal chess players, this is very difficult to understand, like to go into this. They will never go until this point. Like queen dena matlab is a big thing.
yes, exactly. But it's also about knowing, no? It's not
Yeah.
that since I was like this. I was studying
Mhm.
Tall's game, Shiro games, all these things, Keras, all those dynamic players.
Mhm.
इसलिए my style is like that. So it's not just about playing like this initially.
Mhm.
Once you study lots and lots of games of your style, let's say dynamics, I told these names. If you study like that, slowly your mindset will also be like that. You will be like where to give the piece, how to give the piece, how to create tensions.
Mhm.
That's the way I think that thought process
Means
will be for you also.
studying the players games is very very important, like strong players games.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
influences
Yeah.
your play. And when
Yeah.
like Karthik is also asking for the book here for the calculation, like
Okay. Other than watching this stream.
yeah.
Okay. One thing is maybe he can come to me. I can be his trainer. Okay. Jokes apart. I would suggest Perfect Your Chess by Andre Volokitin. It's one of the books
Yeah,
I like the most.
I will write it down for the viewers. Perfect your chess.
Yeah,
Perfect.
by Andre Volokitin. And of course, Roman Edward has written a specific topic on calculation, middle game calculation, end game calculation, all those
I
things.
don't know whether my spelling is correct or what. I don't know. Perfect
Yeah,
your chess. Venti Volo.
yeah, I can also write actually.
Yeah.
Edward's books on calculation.
Okay. Edwards.
Yeah, Roman Edward, the French GM. His book on calculations.
Okay.
So I would suggest that. And there's also one more book. Somehow I'm failing to. There's a book by Vlastimil Hart and Jansa. I forgot the name. No, Edward. It's not Edward. It's Edward.
Edward. Okay. Can you please Edward? Okay.
Yeah.
Edward,
There's a book
okay.
by Hart and Jansa. I just don't recollect now.
Mhm.
They wrote it too. It's also one of the. Okay, I'll just check. It is also one of the book which I like the most.
Mhm.
The Best Move. Yeah. The book name is The Best Move. I'll
The
just
best
write.
move. Okay. The best move. Okay. So these are like good calculation books which might help the viewers also. Obviously, you
Yeah.
can definitely, as Sham was talking about, you can learn from him. His academy's name Chess Thulir is there, guys, and he has his own academy also. So you can go to the website which is there, Chess Thulir, and definitely you will be able to learn from him also from that website. So
Karthik says budget problem. But Karthik, let's say if you spend 50,000 and if you win a tournament, you'll earn 2 lakhs, yeah? So it's
yeah,
not really a budget problem, sure.
so it is
My
investment. I'll say it is an
it's an
investment, good
investment, not
investment.
an investment. Yes. So you can still reconsider.
Well, Dharam Karam, after this, miss on next Sunday, I'll be having the subscribers tournament. So, guys, be ready. I'll be putting the updates about it in the community tab also, and also in the Discord. You can see that I have given the Discord link in the description. Do join the Discord, guys. There, I will be putting about the tournament. We will be having a tournament of subscribers on the next Sunday. Okay. Yeah, Anshit is asking something to you, Sham. Are you having online courses?
Yeah, you can also ask him to WhatsApp. I think you have my number. So yeah, I think I'm also having online courses. I give online courses as well. So
Yeah.
I have a question while playing attacking moves. I forgot to check my defense and get smattered. Any suggestions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To answer Mr. Ripadip Sharma questions,
Mm-hmm.
actually, at least you know the pattern, right? You are missing defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's itself a good thing, no? You're so from next time you can just look for defense, no? Like
Mm-hmm.
as I said, candidate moves, all these things. The important thing is don't when you're assessing a position,
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself if it's an opponent's move, what is he going to play? So in that case, in that way, you may not miss your opponent's defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my suggestion.
Yeah. So Hindi chess channel means Pawan Bhaiya. Thank you, Pawan Bhaiya, for joining us. So coming back to the game, Sham, here knight b1 is out of the question. Knight
Yeah.
c2 is something which might have come to your mind, but here the pawn on b4 is being attacked, so b3 comes very natural move. So knight
Yeah.
is not again having that many good squares. So knight
Yeah.
b4 or knight a3 doesn't really matter. You will just capture the pawn on a4, and
Yeah.
as the saying goes, like you will continue with your knight's development, and the bishop is also coming on this diagonal.
Bishop f5 b. Yeah, controlling b1 score. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So here knight takes a4 was played by Postoni, which is the most important move, I will say, like because he is giving up the material here in this position.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more material, you can say. He has he
Yeah.
already had the rook. Now he is giving knight also. So yeah. So
Because
returning them.
past paths are dangerous, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
always good to get some metal back.
Yeah. So here d takes c4 was played by you. Then he captured knight takes c4, and then you played bishop e6.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some couple of questions. Maybe you want to answer them now or after Sunday. It's
Yeah, just
all up to you.
what is not its own game. I mean, it's not enough to okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's of course important to assess unless your games as well. Unless your games,
Mm-hmm.
we won't know what kind of mistakes we are committing. We're making in the game. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always necessary to study our own games as well,
Mm-hmm.
analyze them properly. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, how about solving studies? Yeah, Karthik, yes, that is also one of the important factors, solving studies. But I would suggest, okay, at least from what I do is I always solve studies that kind of practical studies, those kinds of questions that might happen in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There are many studies, like for example, you'll have king, two queens, two rooks, two, three pawns. Those studies somehow I don't do because it's good for imagination, but generally I don't do like that. My suggestion is I will just do whatever studies which might happen in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my suggestion. Practical
Yeah.
studies.
Okay, Rajkumar, that's what we are talking about, the deep calculation which Sham is doing. So just follow the game, you will understand many things. And guys, keep liking the stream. Thank you for all the support which you have given us in last 21 days. Today is the 21st day, and do join the Discord also. The link is given in the description, so that you will get all the notifications, and our community will also grow with this thing. Okay, so Sham, we will continue with this game now. Bishop
Continue with
e6.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so knight b6 he played. He attacked your rook on a8.
Yeah.
Soumya, you can read the opponent's name here above the board. Evgeny Postny, he is a 2600 player. Okay, so
That's right.
Yeah. So rook a5 you played. You saved your rook here, and then he played d5. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from White's point of view, he's just trying to give material to consolidate because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise White pieces will become very, very strong. Like let's say if I manage to exchange the knights,
Mm-hmm.
then if I place a pawn on b3 with bishop on e6,
Mm-hmm.
then b3 pawn is untouchable because of the long range angle of the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
So White is trying to give as many material as possible to create some practical counterplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So d5 is something which is very interesting, according to you. It's very
yeah,
important
yeah.
also. So you captured with c takes d5. Obviously, you did not want to give your bishop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But with king on h1, we would like to give.
yeah. So rook c7, his rook is coming on the 7th rank. Did you feel like, okay, his rook is coming, he's getting some activity, or you were cool about this thing?
I was also cool because first rank is unguarded. No, it's not guarded enough. So I was not completely worried about it. So
Yeah. So you opened up your bishop here. That was the intuition, yeah, like move which comes very natural. Like this bishop should not be blocked. That's why you played the next move, that is d4.
yeah,
Yeah.
piece development is what I value the most to give life to the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And when I play d4, when he plays queen d4, I play knight c6. My
Mm-hmm.
knight is developed with the tempo.
Yeah.
Uh, Pawn does not really matter because
Mm-hmm.
I need a pawn. I don't need a pawn, so I can play anywhere b5 check, or I can play b3 to defend the pawn. Long range things. So
Mm-hmm.
d5 pawn is kind of helping white than black. So material does not matter. The life of the pieces matters the most.
Oh.
Is would be my suggestion. At least that's how I think. At least so.
Yeah, material over activity of the pieces. Like your
Yeah.
pieces should have the energy, because if they are not
Exactly.
developed, then they will not have that much energy. So
Right. Yeah.
so here your opponent means Postony played move rook takes c6. I don't know
Yeah.
whether this move is good or what.
Yeah, but also it's a difficult choice because next I'll play b3, b2. Your rook is white's rook cannot join the party to
Mm-hmm.
defend. So
Uh-huh.
how is it going to defend? So there's always background mate also rook d8, rook d1, and so many things. So what he played, I mean, both are
Yeah,
in
this
mutual
is
time.
understandable. And one more thing is also there, Sham. Like I feel like this knight is not playing in the game, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not playing much in the game. It's helping black than white.
Yeah, black turn knight. So rook takes c6 was played by him, and you captured it, and he captured your passed pawn. And but okay, even
Yeah.
if the passed pawn is gone, the position
I
is
have
now
two
much more
rooks.
settled. You have two rooks. Yeah.
And the weak king, that matters the most. Weak king is very, very
Weak king, like
important thing.
light squares are weak around the king, and that is something which is very bad. And one more thing is that the knight is far away from the king, like it is.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you played rook e5 in this position, trying to keep the rook more active in this case, and then he played h5. But I have one question: like, what if he tries to push his own pawn like a5?
Then I play bishop h3. That's what we saw. No? King is boxed in the
Ah,
corner.
okay. Queen is stuck
A6 and
there.
rook, either rook d8 or rook e8.
Mm-hmm. Means now
D-
he needs to defend it, like queen.
exactly.
Okay, rook e1 is already protected here. Maybe if you push the pawn, then you can play rook e8, and
Yeah.
rook e1 cannot be stopped in that case, and white will be checkmated. So you had all your things lined up.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so he played h4 in this position, trying to get some room for his king, and you blocked it by playing h5, and
Yeah.
this is a good strategy. Like you.
Yeah. I want to play bishop g4, bishop f3 whenever possible, and the
Mhm.
classical mate on h1. Some
Yeah.
check on his mate.
Yeah. So here
So
he played queen d4, centralizing the queen, but you went for rook e1 check, king g2, and then okay,
bishop f5.
bishop f5. Why this move exactly? Maybe you just want to play bishop e4, or what was your calculation?
And also rook of e8. I just wanted to give open files for both the pieces. And
Uh-huh.
also we both were playing in time trouble. That's the most important thing I want to mention. Like
Mhm.
I think we both were around 2 minutes or even less than that.
Mhm.
So basically I played moves which kind of gives more fear to my opponent. Like he will consider what if I play bishop e4 check. Those kinds of things will go in his mind.
Mhm.
In time trouble it's difficult to play with white. So I just played bishop f5 with immediately and press the clock. And I was like, okay, let opponent overthink, and I'll just play such moves, such tricky moves in time trouble situations. I did not think too much.
Yeah, means putting a little bit tension to your opponent while playing in the time pressure is a good thing, like constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So knight d7 was played. Well, Anant, you should ask these questions on his website. There is a contact option is there on his website, which I have said. So it will
Yeah.
be better to ask about fees and everything personally. So email him
Yeah.
on the website, and you will get your all answers. Okay.
Yeah.
So Rook F E8 you played.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then knight came back to C5 square. Somehow he
Back
is,
to D4.
yeah. And now what? Bishop G4 you played.
Yeah. If I just double the rooks on E5, it will be mate. Like rook B1, rook E1. It should
Means
be a
you
mate.
just want to bring the rooks here, and it will be a check and mate very soon, because this
Right.
rook will also come on G1 H1, and it will be mate. So he played A5. He's trying to get his rook into the pawn into the play. Rook D1 you attacked his queen
Tempo.
B2,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
finally the mating mate.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
So F3, and now the finishing combination. Maybe we can ask the viewers here.
Yeah. Okay. There are many ways to win. So.
Okay,
this one way.
just like you repeated the moves just to gain the time here. The
Exactly,
king f2, rook gf1, king e2 was played here, and then
I
you
played rook
again gave check,
Yeah.
king f2, rook f1 check, and then what did he play? He played king e2, and finally in this position you played rook b1,
rook. Yeah.
attacking the queen. Queen c2 was played, and
No,
then
they
rook
were
b
check.
e1 check, king d2, and
In middle
rook
is
f2
rook
is
F2.
there. Rook f2 is also
Yeah.
there. So he did not go for that thing. He played
In
king
D3.
d3, but that is also not helping him, right? Bishop
Bishop
f5
F5.
check, and
Yeah,
if
he
he
resigned.
plays this move, then I think the
Rook F-
simplest way is to play rook in f3, and the e4 is also
Right.
falling.
Yeah,
So
and king will also be rated. Yeah.
king is also completely lost. So he played king d4, and then
No,
okay,
I have resigned. Yeah.
he resigned in this position.
Yeah. So this was one of my all-time favorite games.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is Shyam's all-time favorite game also, and I also like this game. Whenever that Sitges tournament comes to the mind, Shyam's game is always there. Yeah, this is a beautiful game, I'll say. Very beautiful game. So guys, you must have understood the things, the way it all went in this game. The pure calculation was there, and this was a beautiful game. If you like the game, do hit the like button, guys, and we'll be looking at one more game now, maybe two game. We'll see which game would you like to look at, Shyam, because it's up to you. Like, do you want to see your game or a different game?
We'll just quickly finish our game on. I played on somewhere C4. Yeah, one C4. Which was I was white.
The E4 and C4. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, just quickly go through.
Yeah. Okay. We will go through this game. Like, okay, we will be looking at Shyam's another game against the same opponent, Evgeny Postny. Evgeny Postny is his like favorite opponent, whom he beat all the time. So
Okay, I don't want to comment on it. Then next time I'll start losing maybe. So I'll just
yeah.
perform.
So in this case, Shyam was white, and Shyam was white, and he opened up the game with C4 move. I'll just check. Yeah, they can watch it. Like C4, knight f6. This time this was played in 2012, like 4 years back.
8 years.
2016, right? Miss that game I'm talking about.
But, sorry, yeah, 4
Yeah.
years. Yes.
So was this the first time you beat him?
Yes, I think so. And this was my famous time. In the whole trip, I made I think I played 3-4 tournaments in Greece, and I needed just I had 3 GM norms, or maybe 4. At some point, my live rating was 2499.8.
Wow.
Had I just withdrawn, I would have become GM right away. But I felt like it's not, according to me, I did not like to become GM that way. So I played. Actually, I lost the points from the whole tournament. It kept oscillating. 2499.9. I'll lose to some player. I'll come 2494. I'll beat 2498. The whole 3 tournaments, whole 1 month went like that only.
Just hanging there around like nervous 90s, they say in cricket. Same like that.
Exactly. It became actually 6 months actually. And after the trip, my rating came to 2485.
Oh.
So 15 points. And then in the same year, 2012, I played in Calcutta. Again, just before, after 6 rounds, again it became 2499.8 or something. And again, I lost to someone. It went, before the last game, it was 2499.8. My friends, I still remember, it was in Calcutta Open. I was surrounded by like really 12 friends, like 12 to 15 friends of mine. They said that they are not letting me to play the game because they said I am going to lose this or delay my GM title. They were even ready to lock up in my room. I still remember this incident. I mean, many friends were there, like Lalit, Anvesh, Swayams, Prasna, many. I recall to everyone. So many were there. So it's just a favorite. The whole 1 year gone in like this only. Because of GM title, I had this pressure of rating, and I lost nearly 1 year because of 0.1 point.
Interesting.
So it
Like,
was,
but the thing is, like, you kept on going, right? That's why you achieved that thing. But because we were very close, like, you should have achieved it 6 months back, maybe. But
yes.
okay.
But my point of view is becoming GM is not my priority, but I should become GM in a proper way. Is what I was telling myself. Because I know if not in 2012, at least 2065, I'll become GM. But does not matter. But I want to become GM in a proper is what I told myself. So I was like, okay. And luckily for me, my parents also did not pressurize me. They were like, okay, no problem. Because sometimes parents will say, no, why to do all this GM,
Yes.
become GM. That in 2012, not much GMs, only 25 to 30 GMs. So in India.
Yeah.
So it was one of my favorite. 2012 was favorite. Yeah.
2012 was memorable, maybe favorite also and memorable also, yeah, for
Yeah,
you.
it was a painful lesson. That's why it's memorable.
Yeah, Sachin Ranade is like he's our regular here. He's asking what would you recommend? Like I struggle to visualize the board after calculating 2-3 candidate moves and corresponding responses.
Yes.
Yeah.
My suggestion is, even when I was young, whenever we used to travel by train or bus or anywhere, mostly I'll be starting with some of my friends. So what we do is we always play blindfold games. Like mostly Adiman, Sethuraman, all these guys were we grew together. So we always used to play blindfold games or blindfoldly we used to discuss games, so that the more you do like this, slowly you can also visualize better. So I would suggest you to talk to a friend or or anyone, just do blindfold calculations. That will probably help you to get better on visualizing things.
Okay, cool. And now on chess.com also they have added that blindfold variant in
Exactly. I think it's
yeah,
there in leeches also.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Leeches also blindfold variant is there, guys, and you can play blindfold games there. So blindfold is the main thing. And I have one video also talking about like vision practice you can do definitely, so that you will come to know about the squares. So maybe if that video is there, maybe I can give you the link also to improve your blindfold a little bit. And Sagar Shah is also doing the blindfold series. I think that is also good enough for you. So we will continue with this game.
Yeah. So
yeah. Just 1 minute, Sham. I'm just giving
yes,
them the calculation.
yeah.
I'll just give them the link. So just 1 minute, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So this is the link, guys. Maybe it can help you to learn about like vision practice and everything. So thank you, Soumya. So we'll come back to this game. You played Knight of 3. We are going through the game a little bit quickly, you said. But let's see. So c6 and then g3, bishop like bishop g2, obviously bishop f5, castle. Whenever you feel like, let me know, okay? Like you want to talk, because d3, and then you played bishop e3.
So here, like I wanted this, like as I said, I used to have a wide reporter. So I thought of playing c4 just on that day. I was like, okay, let me play c4. And my opponent play almost only this. So I was trying to check which was the most rarest line, as well as which is quite good line. So in this, I think instead of bishop e3, I think queen b3, knight h4. There are too many things.
Okay,
But
queen b3 as well as knight h4. Yeah,
knight h4 or knight c3, like there are too many white moves. But when I was checking the games, then there was a game of Romanician. That idea kind of impressed me, which is bishop e3.
okay.
Idea is when white plays queen b3, there is no queen b6. Like black has
okay, means you're controlling the b6 square before coming queen b3.
Exactly, yeah. So I was like, okay, it looks interesting, and this was my preparation for this game. Only bishop b3, queen b3, a small idea. I just said, okay, let me play.
Interesting. Maybe you managed to do all these things because you have a very deeper understanding about the middle game. That's why you can manage with this just one idea, I think. Like,
yes. Okay.
yes.
For this question, I'll answer you after 5 moves. So
yeah, castles and queen b3 you played. You stopped his queen b6 here, so he played queen c7 supporting the pawn on b7. Then you brought the knight in the game. They captured the pawn on c4, queen takes c4. he is bringing the knight to b6. Obviously the next move is that so you put
Yeah.
the
C1.
rook on c1, obviously to put
Okay,
some more pressure on this
yeah.
file. And
Okay, see it.
here
Now you can
okay
pass. Yeah. Now
yeah
you can pass. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. So I mean, whatever happens in life, there's always some story or some incident.
Mhm.
So the funny thing is, just before this night, this was, I think, it was the eighth round, I think, penultimate game.
Yeah.
So in my hotel, there was no Wi-Fi in my hotel. So what we do,
This
Nilothpal
tournament was in Greece, right? Just
Ritim,
viewers should know, that's why I'm saying this thing. It was in
yeah,
Greece.
yeah. And my roommate was Nilothpal Das, who is also a very good friend of mine. So I also have lessons with him. So there was no internet. So what he used to do is he will just go to a nearby cafe, spend 10-15 euros, and then get free Wi-Fi from cafe. So I was like, okay, it's still like, it was expensive for me at that time. But still, I was like, the previous game I lost to Sargishan in a bad way. I lost quite quickly. So I was frustrated. So I just went to the cafe to just browse through. And then, luckily for me, so what I do is I always read lots and lots of articles, middle game articles, opening articles. So that previous evening, there was an article on Spassky Fischer's Bishop H2. I think you all must.
Yeah. That game is very famous. Like where Fischer sacrificed, like gave up the game just like that.
Yeah, Bishop H2 G3. So I saw that article just the previous night. So, and then I just came home and in this particular position, suddenly that thing came to my mind. So I was like, okay, let me play Bishop A. The first move came to my mind was, why not Bishop A7 here? Because this kind of capture is not quite obvious, no, to capture the rook pawn, because whenever black plays b6, the bishop gets trapped. So this was the thing.
Okay, means after capturing here, b6 coming and the bishop is getting trapped. That's what you saw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so I did not stop my calculation. So I just went deep. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Yeah,
so
this is what happens to many people. Like they see like, okay, bishop a3 I can capture, but after b6 the b6 is getting trapped, so I cannot do it. So the thing is that you need to go a little bit deeper in that case. Yeah,
exactly. So in shortcut, like what to tell is there are e7 bishop is undefended. So in any tactics, undefended piece is something we must always keep an, subconsciously we must keep an eye on it. So here e7 bishop is undefended. So all these factors I was calculating for nearly 30 to 40 minutes, and I played bishop a7, black played b6, and my calculation went for knight d4.
Okay, knight d4. Should I play the move or
you can play the move here.
Okay.
So actually, I kind of forgot my analysis. So knight d4. Point is, whenever black plays c5, I can always play knight b5, and the g2 bishop is getting life. Even knight c b5, yeah. Any knight to b5 doesn't matter.
Yeah, any knight maybe. Yeah.
And the knight jump to c6 also. So once the queen moves.
Yeah, this knight is jumping to c6 square. He doesn't have the control of all these squares, and the queen. I think queen is also not having that many squares. Queen d8 is the only move, or queen e5 is also there. Queen e5 is also. But still in that case you'll play knight c6. I think this is hanging. This is also hanging. Yeah. So actually you are getting the exchange for sure.
Yeah, I have a couple of pawns up also.
Yeah, couple of pawns. He has to play this, and then you can capture here. So
right. So black cannot play c5, and if knight e5, then my calculation went. I think queen a6 or queen a4. I don't remember.
Queen a6.
Yeah. If whenever if rook a8, I think I have knight c b5.
Okay. Means taking advantage of the pin which is there on the c5.
Exactly. Yeah. So yes, bishop is defended. Once the queen moves, I mean c6 pawn is also falling.
C6 pawn is also wherever it moves. Like even if queen c8 is played, I think can we just capture the queen here?
Yeah.
In that case, we can capture the queen or no?
Yeah, we can capture.
But we are two pieces are hanging, no, Shyam?
No, knight c6, no, queen c8. How will you take?
Yeah, correct. If he captures here, I was thinking like two, but knight c6 is a good idea.
Yeah.
And even if he captures here, then we can capture with the rook or the bishop. We have the choice. Bishop takes is much better because we are getting the rook on a8 for sure.
Yeah.
So these things are also not helping him. So finally, your opponent captured on a7.
Yeah. Then I played knight c6.
Knight takes c6
again,
and
rook c6, queen c6.
Okay, queen. You captured with the queen.
Yeah. So when playing my move bishop a7, I saw till here and I stopped my calculation.
Mhm.
and I was trying to assess the position.
Mhm.
Actually, before this whole trip, Greece trip, I
Mhm.
studied lots and lots of games in 1c4 because I was quite new to 1c4.
Mhm.
I studied lots and lots of games.
Mhm.
So from those games, what I learned or what I understood was that this pawn structure D3, E2, F2, G3, H2. This pawn structure,
Mm.
you can just highlight some arrows.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
which is very good against black's bishop on F5.
Oh,
The light
okay.
square bishop.
Because it is not having
And
that much
black
rule.
exactly. And this bishop is completely out of the game.
Mhm.
And black, because of pawn on E6, the bishop on F5 is bad.
Yeah.
So black is forced to play E5 somewhere
Mhm.
to play bishop E6
Mhm.
because bishop is not good in H7 B1 diagonal.
Mhm.
It was a kind of a conceptual no, conceptual thing. I mean, if you actually I came back to the room and even computer was suggesting E5,
Oh.
but E5 point is just giving life to the bishop. It's a very conceptual thing. It's not just
Means
there's
here
no
you are saying like e5 was very necessary to be played here to get the room for
exactly
the bishop on f5.
exactly yeah
Mm-hmm.
to give life to the bishop. But again, these things one can understand only if you study lots and lots of games,
Mm-hmm.
to understand the middle game concepts.
So guys, the point is like you need to study lots of games. There is no shortcut. Okay, it will
Yes,
not happen in this one live stream. We are not going to do the magic. Means Sham is not going to do the magic. The magic is
yes,
hard work.
right.
Yeah, consistent hard work. I'll say this thing, consistent hard work,
Exactly.
because many people work hard, but it is not consistent.
And also determined. I mean, like many people I know, if they don't achieve victory, they just give up on their passion or something.
Mm-hmm.
So irrespective of the success, I think you must keep going. Is what I feel. Keep the steam.
Irrespective of success, like keep working.
Yeah, keep working. Someday it will definitely work for you.
Yeah, that means today it's not only about the calculation. I'll feel like it is also related to psychological things. Also, you are talking about during the game, before the game, how you dealt with the problems, and I think
Yeah,
it's very instructive things we are talking about. Like it's very useful for the practical player who are going to play in the tournament. Like I am also understanding many interesting facts about the psychological things, which will be very useful for each and every one of us. So you played A3. Okay.
yeah.
Thanks, Sham, for
Very much.
doing other things also. Like means during the game also analysis, you are talking about something else which is very useful for a chess player to improve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So knight e5, he attacked your queen. So you finally went for the queen action. So how did you come up with this thing? Like because you can see like you have five pieces, one, two, three, four, and five pieces. He has
Yeah.
six pieces, but you went for the end game. Like you are offering him to like
Trade
okay,
pieces.
yeah.
Yeah. One more thing, what I learned when I studied Glee's opening was that
Mm-hmm.
whenever white gets a life for G2 bishop,
Mm-hmm.
the whole diagonal,
Mm-hmm.
and if white has this rook pawn and knight pawn, A3 and B2,
Mm-hmm.
then those pawns are kind of unstoppable.
Oh,
A3, B4, A4, A5.
wow.
This kind of things also I learned when I was studying so many games.
Mm-hmm. Means you will
So
be
yeah,
just pushing the pawns, and the main factor is like you are controlling the queening square with your bishop.
exactly. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this was the point. All this again conceptual. It's not you cannot calculate too much. These things is of course conceptual. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
knowing some patterns and certain things.
Okay.
So that's why
Cool.
exchange points. And in general, uh, rook and two pawns are very good against two minor pieces in endings. This
Okay.
is also one more thing. So
Means obviously here white has a rook, and you can say these two pawns against two minor pieces, that is bishop and a knight, you can say.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. So Rajkumar, where did you read these points? Well, that is you need to understand, I'll say, or maybe in annotated games.
entered games and also when you talk to your friends, talk to coaches, this comes your YouTube video. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, these days the sources are abundant. So lots and lots of sources.
Yeah,
So
you can definitely get it.
yeah,
So knight e8, he is trying to bring the knight towards the queen side, I guess, and you
yeah,
calmly went back to g2 square. He
yeah,
is trying to get the king also in the game, but okay, now I can see like you have started with your pawn storm here. He played
yeah.
g5, you brought another rook in the game, and then he
Yeah,
played knight
rook of rook
d6.
kind of looks funny, yeah, to place the rook behind the pawn. Actually, the point is, I wanted to play knight b5 instead of rook of d1.
Okay, miss,
But then,
I'll just play the move. Like maybe they
yeah,
should also, yeah.
I want to knight b5 to play knight a7 or knight c7, knight a6, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But black has knight d3.
Ah, okay. Means
D3
this is there. That's why knight d3 is a good idea. And after this,
is a draw. Yeah, I mean, f1 a3 is attack. Knight moves, bishop f1. I mean, chance of draw is more than white chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of OB, opposite color bishop.
Opposite color bishops are there on the board because this bishop on g2 and bishop on e7 are only left on the board. Like most probably here white like must give the rook on f1, because if you play something like this
Then
after
bishop.
bishop takes b5, black will be having 4 pieces plus he got 2 pawns.
Yeah. So black is clearly better here.
Yeah, so we need to move the knight somewhere, and then bishop takes f1,
So,
and it might lead to a draw.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why this to play more like rook f2 is quite weird to play, but okay.
Yeah, but this is necessity. Like this is the demand of the position. You can say the d3 pawn needs to be protected, so you play rook f d1, and he brought it, and you pushed your pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going forward. Knight c8, and again knight a2. Very interesting idea.
Yeah.
Maybe to just open up the
pawn, b4 pawn. I want to play a5. Like,
a5 you want to play. Yeah.
a5, b5, rook pawn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So b5 was played by him, and you captured the pawn here because it's a free pawn. But okay, he is blocking it.
Set up some fortress. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just go through. May not much happen in the game.
Rook c7 was played. Rook b8, and then you brought your rook on the 7th rank. Now b6 you want to play. You dislodged his pieces from the center by pushing your central pawns, and this is much more easy, I will say. Like you just took the breakthrough here by playing d5, and knight takes e5. You capture the pawn on e6. No matter, like even if he captures on d5, I think e6 is one of the move which is there in your portion.
Yeah, and then rook c6.
Rook c7 is also coming, and okay, this will be very difficult position for black. So he captured here, and then you brought your pieces again in the game, bishop c6, and okay, this is a little bit maneuvering happened on the game. So this is obviously better position for white, because all these pieces, like 3 pieces and plus this pawn, black is completely paralyzed, I'll say. And the h4 move is also very interesting.
Yeah, the thing is, in somewhere, if gh4, white has knight f4, so I'm getting a square, and which he played in the game h6 to keep the structure intact. The difference is somewhere g6 bishop was hanging, somewhere in line. It's again a deep calculation. Like after 40 moves, there's a time increment of 30 minutes. So I just went to restroom, washed my face. I started fresh thing. I thought for 10 minutes. Then I found this h4 and king g2 idea. I like this move a lot. So king g2 again. The point is somewhere I want to. There is rook h1, rook h8 mate in some of the variations.
King g2. We are talking about king g2, rook h1, and okay,
rook h8 somewhere.
So
that's the point of h4 and king g2.
Means if the h file is opened up, then that is also one of your ideas. So you played king g2 in this position with that idea.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Cool, interesting idea. Like it is a very deep idea, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, and also surprising just
I remember this thing. Maybe many people must have known this thing, like that game between like Capablanca's rook on the 7th rank. Then in that game also he plays king g2 against Tartakor, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, someone like.
Yeah, he gives up the pawn on f4, and also on g5, and he plays king g2, king g3, king h4, king g5, g6, king f6. He brings it.
Yeah, right.
It's a classical game. Like it's very famous from the book, that 62 like masterpiece, like most instructive games of chess, like 62 most.
Okay, nice.
So knight takes b5, and you like opened up. You try to open up the file, and then e7 was played. King g7, rook d8, and okay. Here, if he captures on d8, obviously the knight on b5 will be hanging in the end, because he needs to capture it back, and you have the choice, like how to win the game.
That's easy. Yeah.
So b5, and okay, you got everything whatever you want. Even if he captures here on e8, you will capture here, and you are exchange up. Plus the pawn on b4 is still there on the board. So it was
So all this happened because of studying that, recollecting that bishop h2 played by Fischer. I tried to play similar bishop a7.
So the main one thing is also you saw that game with the bishop takes h2 of Fischer and Spassky game, but similar thing was happening in your, but you extended your calculation. You did not give up that thing.
Yeah, right? But generally we give up, no? Bishop a7, b6, we stop our calculation. But since it was coincidence, what I don't know, since it's a coincidence, I thought, okay, let me go deep. Let's try to give tribute to Fischer. I thought, okay, let me play bishop a7.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, someone is spamming.
Yes, guys, please don't spam. Okay, please don't spam. Somebody is spamming too much. Please don't spam. So here, the last game maybe of today's our stream, we should watch this. You are not tired, right, Sham?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
that tired.
Yeah. Stutter versus rapport game. We'll see, and then we will end our stream. So guys, if you are new here, do like the stream, okay? No, the Suyash is spamming the chat. So Suyash, I got your message. Thank you very much. But please don't spam the chat. Please help us.
Right.
So let's look at this game. Just 1 minute, Sham. Okay, I'm just getting it.
And this game was played just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, this game was played between. This is from Bundesliga game, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is Richard Rapport. Yes.
Yeah, Richard Rapport game. Yeah. Ek number game. Yeah, the people loved that game. Thank you very much, guys, for the appreciation. Thank you very much. So this game, Rapport is black and his opponent Stutter is white, and he is from Switzerland. Yeah, and Rapport is a very creative opening player, I'll say. Okay, means he's a very top level player, but the openings which he play are always something creative is there.
Yeah, opening, middle game, ending is one of the most creative player in modern game.
Yeah, Mayur, hello Mayur. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
So D4, he started with D4, and this game was played in German Bundesliga, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Germany. Yes. Karlsruhe.
Yeah, Karlsruhe. Yeah. So German Bundesliga, the C4, E6, Knight F3, C6, and then Knight BD2, F5.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is Stonewall maybe. What?
Yeah. Stonewall. Yes. Stonewall.
Yeah, Stonewall setup from the black side, and it is not that common on the top level, I think.
Yeah. But it's a good surprise. But like even Carlson beat Fabiano with the black. So.
Yeah. Hello Chandrasekhar Korvi. Yeah. So Knight D7. He's delaying the development of the F6. Maybe why is it delaying? I don't understand.
Yeah. No.
Nobody will understand. The main thing is that I think he delayed the development because he wanted to put the knight on H6, not on F6.
Exactly. H6, Knight F7. This was his
H6, Knight F7. This is what I was talking about. That Rapport is a very creative player, and he plays some creative openings just like this.
Yeah, which computer always disagrees, but practically it's very difficult for opponent to refute.
And they are not also prepared, right? Like to prepare like against this, and his as you say, like you studied from many top level, like many past games. So same way, maybe Rapport also has studied many different positions, not just the particular type of positions. That's why he can play different openings, like different positions also very confidently.
That too without much opening preparation, It's difficult to prepare the opening. This thing, engine always say plus equals. So there is no motivation to prepare when engine supports white. So
yeah. So Queen C2 was played by white, then Knight F7, then B3 is supporting the pawn here. And now maybe we can ask the viewers here.
Yeah. How will you?
How will you continue in this case, guys? How will you continue in this case with black to play?
Yeah. What all candidate moves are coming to your mind?
Yeah, we are a little bit behind, I think. But I can see on the stream I'm yet to play Knight F7 on the board. But it's okay, I think. Now they will get it. Or only I am on like back. What can you say on the board there?
Yeah, now I can see Knight F7.
Now you can see, right? Yeah. Okay, fine. So guys, what would you play here? Bishop B4 is suggested by Krishna here. Well, Bishop B4 is not something which he played. He played a very interesting move.
Creative as usual.
Yeah, creative move he played in this position. Richard Rapport, the creative genius. Queen A5 is suggested by Rajkumar. Well, not that move also. Because even if you play Bishop B4 or Queen A5, he will not play anything there. White is ready to castle in that case. White is ready to castle in that case.
No point in pinning the knight. White will castle anyway.
So here he played a very difficult move to play. That move is G5. Well, nobody will play this move. Means not like normal people.
Yeah. G5. Yes. G5 side.
Yeah. So G5 was played very good, Anant, that you found this move. And E3 was played by his opponent, Bishop D6. He's bringing the pieces in the game, Bishop B2 and A5. Well, he's playing on all over the board. Not just
exactly. It's a very good psychological thing also, because you are kind of keeping whites at bay. You know, which side you will castle, I'm ready to attack. Long
Yeah.
castle, fine a4. Short castle, fine g4. It's a nice psychological aspect.
Yeah. Yeah. So here h4 was played, then he played g4, knight went back, and then finally castle. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I think like he is fooling his opponent a little bit. He's playing
yeah.
around
Now,
his
king
psychologically.
side is closed anyway, so yeah, he plays like this.
So knight e2, then knight came on the board. Maybe he is going for the e4 square. Wait, or not, we'll see it. Knight f4 was played by white here, and Rapport played queen e7, obviously to control this diagonal also, and also to play
Waiting
e5
on,
maybe.
yeah, how white is going to commit his king, short or long. So
Yeah, wherever you castle, even if you castle short, it will be a little bit problematic for you, that's for sure. And if long castle is there, then the bishop and the queen are ready to come in the game.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so castling was done, and now once again here, can you play a move which is very interesting, like which piece you think like black should improve? This is maybe this can come under like a worst piece rule.
No, it's more than worst piece. I think it's more about creating dynamics in these
Yeah,
kinds of positions.
creating dynamics in this position. So guys, what would you play in this position? But I think they will not be able to answer this thing, because that move is a crazy move which Rapport has played in this position. Maybe we should play it on the board.
Yeah, I mean, how to come in this conclusion is that because black is worse strategically,
Mhm.
white is better strategically because his pawn structure is nice, pieces are well placed,
Mhm.
which means white will try to play positionally. And
Mhm.
if you have a bad pawn structure, which means you should try to play aggressively. You should
Okay.
try to sacrifice something somewhere.
Yeah.
That's how you should play when your pawn structure is bad.
Mhm.
So under this logic, then maybe the move played in the game might be
Yeah, under this logic, and the bishop on c8 is very badly placed here, and that bishop is not going to come in the game. Plus, the knight on f7 is a little bit misplaced.
yeah,
So here, black played knight h8 move, which is a very difficult
nice.
move. I'll say like nice tactic. Knight h8
Yeah,
was played, and the thing is that knight is going to jump on the g6 square and try to play something on the f4. And if it's
right.
needed, then maybe the knight can capture on h4
H4
also.
also. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so we will see like here c5 was played by white, and then he calmly played bishop c7, but playing c5 is like very committal, I will say. Like he stopped all the activity or whatever it was coming on that side of the board. Now black can completely focus on the king side. What do you think about c5? I feel
Yeah,
like it
it's
is
also
very committal.
from according to White's point of view. I think Black missed what is sorry, White missed what is he going to face.
Mm-hmm.
And from White's point of view, he's trying to play a3, b4, b5 to play on the queen side. He just
Mm-hmm.
underestimated or did not see Black's.
Yeah, he is just thinking from his perspective, like he wants to keep going on the queen side in this position. But okay, black also had some interesting ideas up his sleeves, and he went for it. a3 was played by white, and then he played knight g6, attacking the knight on f4, and
Yeah,
after b4, knight takes
f4,
f4,
ef.
ef4,
Uh,
and now he played knight h5. Well,
this
what might be the idea? This is very interesting. What might be the idea, guys? Can you please tell us? Yeah, knight h8 is not something which you can find. It is just like
exactly
it is. Maybe you can find it by thinking that knight on f4 is a very good piece, and you need to challenge it. But in that case, you cannot really capture the knight on f4 with your bishop, because your bishop means among your two bishops, the only bishop is good, that is the dark square bishop. So you cannot really give up that bishop. So what is left? The knight on f7 is not having any jumping spots, because e5, d6 and g5, all the squares are controlled. So we need to
correct.
improve that piece to a better square. So to improve that space, knight h8 and knight f6 is the best place to improve that piece. That's how you can approach to that position, and you get the knight h8, knight g6 move.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Rahul and Somnath got it right. Yeah, knight f4. Yeah, right.
Mhm. Yes,
Knight
Mayur,
f4.
thank you very much for joining us. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Knight f4 is followed by queen h4. Yes, that is one of the ideas in this position, and that only happened. Rook f e1 was played by white, and then Rapport came up with a sacrifice, that is knight takes f4, g takes f4, and now he captured bishop takes f4. Obviously, he doesn't need to capture on h4 immediately. f4
Yeah.
means the bishop's diagonal should be opened up first. Yeah, Anand, it was not difficult if you read how to reassess your chess. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, knight c4. Okay, white is also trying to get something, and if you capture here, what is really happening? Why is he giving
d5.
up?
D5, D5.
D5, and he will get lots of play
Queen
in the
C3, Queen
position.
H8. Lots of threats, yeah.
Queen C3 followed by Queen H8 is also coming in the game, and that is not something which Black will be happy to do. So he did not take the knight here. He went for his opponent's king straight away. Queen takes H4 he played, and the knight B6. Oh, come on. What are you doing there?
Trying to take this bishop, but only piece.
Yeah. Means he Stutter is saying like rapport, like, okay, you take whatever. So Sham, would you like to say something about this position? Because this, I think the move which was played next is something needs explanation.
Which I am also unable to explain. I mean, actually, the thing is, I even worked with computer. I even analyzed this position with computer, and I even showed this game to some of my students also. It's very, very difficult thing because there are lots and lots of calculation. Like if you see this position, Black has Queen H2, Bishop H2, and too many checks. Like for example, Bishop H2, King F1, F4 is one of the ideas Black can also come up with. So in this position, if you think about logically, it's always better to bring as many forces as possible to the game. So all these things comes into mind, then the move played in the game. Because one more thing is Black has started to play attacking chess. So once you start attacking, there is no turn back. Once you start attacking, just keep with the flow, go with the flow, don't turn back, don't go for a middle also, go for the maximum, go for the opponent's king. Is what I would suggest.
Yeah.
So in that way, if you think, try to bring more material to the game, more attacking force, then you will find a move played in the game, which is
E5. E5 was played in the game. It is not so easy to play in the game. Like it's very difficult.
We're giving life to C8 bishop. Giving life to C8 bishop very important because somewhere bishop F5 can come and attack your C2 and control the H7 B1 diagonal. So it's important to play E5. And surprisingly, computer was showing plus minus for white.
Oh,
but
really?
The more, it's a winning plus minus 2 or something. But the more you analyze, it shows equal at some point, equals. Then let's just see practically how difficult it's for white to play this position.
Definitely. Means under pressure, you will definitely crumble, I think.
Exactly, yeah. It's very, very difficult.
And you were saying something.
I'll just give one sample variation. If knight A8, for example.
Okay. Knight A8.
It's a bishop H2 check. King F1. I think E4.
E4, yeah. Blocking everything and maybe F4 and...
exactly. This is what I think I was checking with the computer.
Maybe if the knight brings back and attacking here, you can just play bishop E6 in that case. You don't need to hurry, right? If the knight comes, you can play...
Possible. Either F4, F3 or bishop E6.
Yeah, F4, F3. This bishop on G2 is completely dead. It will not be... And one more thing is like Black has plenty of pawns on this side of the board, and these pieces are not coming in the game, especially the bishop on B2.
And rook on F8, once F3, F2 comes, rook on F8 also joins the attack.
Yes.
So
it's very difficult to play from white side because he is under pressure. So here actually Studner decided to give up his knight and he played knight takes D5 here, giving back the material, and then after C takes D5, rook takes E5. Okay, he is also giving back the material as much as possible.
Yeah, just not right, unfortunately. But
okay. So here bishop H2 check. We don't need to capture on E5 or okay. Bishop H2, King F1. Maybe he wanted to bring the king in front of the rook's file and then he captured it.
Yeah. Somewhere Queen H3 or Queen H1, something will happen.
Queen H1. Yeah. So here, if this is played, then what do you think, Sham? Or maybe he first captured on D5, collected one pawn, and then he captured the bishop on E5.
So if you think, it looks a bit scary for white, for black also, because once E6 check comes, the diagonal is open, the king might feel unsafe. But if you go a little bit deeper, E6 check, I just played G6, and the question is what next? How will you maintain? Yeah, what next is what black should ask white. Okay, just one check. So how will you continue? There are no more checks on the board, and there's always someone.
Okay, yeah, there no more checks. Like maybe Queen C3 or something like that. If you play, then the idea is to play Queen G7.
Yeah, there's always Queen H3 check. I will exchange your queens.
Okay, means you will just exchange the queens in that case, and you are like exchange up also. You are exchange up in the position. Wow. So here A takes B4 was played, and there is no chance of Queen C3 also in the future. And white played King E2. Again, here what he played is completely unexpected, I'll say. Maybe we can Ask the viewers
Yeah.
like what do you think? Like here he played in this position.
Black to
Rapport,
play.
black
Yeah.
to play, yeah, black to play. And guys, do like the stream, make it 100 likes, man. It should reach 100 likes very soon.
Right.
And one more thing is like Mayur, yes, definitely I will try. Like definitely come, not try. I'll definitely come on Parvinder sir's channel one day. And Sachin Radle says Anant Joshi conflicting idea from how to reassess is a position is close to book suggests to exchange bishop for knight, but Atul just explained why not. Okay, yeah, you should not exchange in that case. G3 is suggested by Fluffy Giant. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then okay, G3 is not the best move. Definitely, it's not the best move. Okay, we should show it. Like it's very difficult, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rook 8.
Rook takes A3 was played by Richard Rapport here in this position. For obvious reason, he wants to get rid of all the tactical things which are coming from white side, because bishop is one of the piece which is putting some pressure on black's king, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always dangerous.
So always danger. So he just played this king, and now there is not that much danger against black's king. So he continued with his pawn storm, and then rook takes A3, F3 check came, king E3, and then again queen G5 check. Okay, so king D3,
Okay.
and okay, he played rook D8, pinning this bishop on D5. Queen D4 he tried to, okay, but it is again one more pin is there. But I wonder like what is happening with this check. Like maybe we can just play queen F6, or should we play king G6? There is no check
Fucking
still in this point.
yeah. No checks. Yeah.
No checks are there. So this was quite interesting game and a very creative game, I will say. Like in the middle game he gave up rook, then a piece, then whatnot. Like he was giving up the rook on a8, then his opponent did not capture it, so he gave it on a3 also. And before that also he did not just play random chess, knight h8 followed by, means that knight traveled a lot, right? The knight traveled first to h6, f7, h8, and then knight g6, and finally he captured it on
Yeah,
f4
twice
also.
F4. Yeah. Knight F4, E4, Knight H4, Knight F4. Actually, this game, this game, if you want to analyze deep, it might even take 2 to 3 hours. It's very, very rich in content. And it's a game which even engine doesn't understand. And actually, this is kind of a very, very, I will call it accurate sacrifice, actually. I mean, difficult to play from White's point of view. So like, lots of resources are there at very, 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 very complicated positions. Like too many branches are there. Like even when I was analyzing this game, I took nearly 2 to 3 hours. Like
Wow.
like too many branches of variations are there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember each and every detail. Like as I said, E5, E4 was there, F4, F3, small details I remember even now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice game. I mean,
guys, you should definitely look at this game. Means you are already getting this game on the stream, and definitely you should go through the game in the stream. Yes. And also you should put this game on your like normal chessboard and think about it and try to find out the best moves from both the sides, because
you can also keep seeing the same game 10 to 20 times. Like what I do is any game I don't see only for one time, I study for 10 to 20 times. So whenever you study the game again and again, there will be always new things you will realize. For example, in this position, in move number 21.
Okay, I'll just go through it. Yeah.
Instead of bishop f4, queen h4 is a black is winning.
Oh.
The point is, if knight c4 anyway, d4. The thing is, e6 is, I mean, d5 can always take cd5, bd5, ed5. Yeah, my queen is not on e7. Yeah. In previous line, black queen was on e7, so black cannot play ed5.
Okay. That is the main difference, because in the game he played bishop f4, and in the same variation when the knight was played here, after this there is no ed5 in the position because the queen is hanging on e7. Wow.
Yeah. Small difference. Actually, this kind of can come even decision making. If you guys come one move come back, bishop f4 and queen h4 both look exactly same. Like no, it's very, very difficult even for GMs to find the difference. But if you think deep, then you can probably understand the difference. No, it's very nice difference. Yeah, and queen h4 black is even surprising thing. After bishop f4, engine was saying white is getting some
maybe
problem.
he did not see the resource which white played. Maybe he just underestimated. Yeah. So he played bishop f4 and suddenly knight c4 came, and he must have thought like, okay, this position is just winning.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe he relaxed a bit. Who knows? But again, knight b6 to play e5 moves very nice.
Yeah, knight
I'll
b6 and
probably
then e5. This is beautiful. Like he is understanding the value of the pieces. I think this is something which
exactly.
lacks in many people. Like they don't understand there is some energy between like the pieces, and you need to, as you said, like you need to give life to the piece. Like the bishop on
Exactly.
c8 is not alive. Okay, it is there on the board. It is not alive. But by playing e5, you are making this bishop come in the game, and the rook on a8 is not that important.
Exactly. When you're attacking, material is not important. Giving life to the pieces are very important.
Okay, Karthik is saying something.
Only a legend can say game for 20 times. I think Karthik sees more than 50, 100 times. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I remember like Karthik played so many tournaments in a row that only
Yes.
legend can play.
20 tournaments in a year. It's like
Yeah, it's
even
insane.
computers cannot play. Yeah, even computers will get tired. But only AP Karthik can achieve such feat. Huge feat.
Yeah.
Inhuman task feat.
So this was beautiful game. I'll say like we really
Yes.
enjoyed, and Sham like the games which miss your games were also beautiful. Like it was like I also learned a little bit more also related to calculation, how deep it can be. Sometimes the psychology also plays a big role while selecting the variation which you were selecting. And
Exactly. Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
Sachin is asking something. Maybe we can guys, if you have any questions, do ask here, because we are going to end the stream in 5 minutes or something like that now. So if you have any questions, do ask us. And one more thing, one more time, I would like to say like do join the Discord, guys. The link is given in the description, and here is the link, because I will be making the announcement and everything in the Discord very soon. The next Sunday, means this coming Sunday, we'll be having the subscribers tournament. So yeah, do join us, like ask us questions like Shubhankar Sarka. Thank you very much. 21 days, guys. You can definitely watch it. And
Yeah. Very instructive middle game series.
yeah, middle game. And in the starting 10 days we even did Endgame series also, guys. Please ask us questions if you have. Okay, thank you very much. And before we go anywhere, I would like to say like one more thing. Don't go out, don't go anywhere, guys. Just have a little bit patience with me, because I'm going to show you something here. Just 1 minute, okay? Oh.
And to answer Sachin Ranada's question, I have no idea. I still don't know who all are there in Baden or other teams also.
Bad
Just that
and
I know,
Anand is there. That's what I
yeah,
know. Anand
I
is,
don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
Only thing I know is I'm not there in Bundesliga. So I'll be glad if I play in the Bundesliga. But it's unlikely. That's the only thing I know for sure. Other things I have no idea.
Yeah. So
I
here,
just enjoy the games, study the games. I don't bother much.
enjoy the games and study the games, guys.
Yeah. And remember the patterns.
Remember the patterns. Yeah. So maybe I would like to say this thing, that before we go anywhere, this is something which I would like to say, like Shyam Sundar has started his own channel. His name is Grandmaster Shyam Sundar. Okay, you can search it, and you will get his channel right now. Here I have already subscribed to channel, so you might be looking at this thing. Sham, can we see it on the screen also?
Yeah, I can see on YouTube. Yes, I can see. Yes.
Yeah, you can see it. So guys, do like subscribe to Sham's channel. I'm putting this thing in the description also. I have given the link. So this is the link to Sham's channel. Do read it, and subscribe to Sham's channel. Don't forget it, this thing. Like almost 20 people are, I think we should increase at least 20 subscribers to Sham's channel. It is something great to watch. You can see like he has uploaded some of the videos, like 4 videos are there, but he's going to do it more, I think. Every week he's
Yeah,
uploading, and the analysis which is he is having on his videos, it's something which is very deep. This game also, Shiro's game, then Nepo's game, Carlson's game, and this video is really, really nice. Like I watched this video, not exactly completely, but I went through it, and I enjoyed this. I enjoyed
yeah.
this. So guys, do subscribe to Sham's channel. I'm just again posting the link here of Sham's channel. I want to say that you should increase the number of subscribers. At least some subscribers should definitely increase. Yeah, so some are increasing. Thank you, guys. Here I will come back. Maybe you should see our faces also.
I
Yeah,
thought they must be tired of seeing our faces.
yeah. So here, Okay, they have butterscotch. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
butterscotch
brother.
also. Yeah, thanks both of. Okay,
Thank
Bhandari
you.
is also there. Thank you very much, guys, for being there in all these 21 days. We'll be having some more series, or maybe I will even continue also the same series, but after a little bit gap. Means 22nd day will come, maybe after a few days gap, but definitely we are going to have the subscribers tournament on this coming Sunday. So stay tuned with me in the community. I'll be putting the links. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll meet very soon. Okay, we'll meet very soon, guys, and stay tuned with me in the community tab, and do join the Discord. Don't forget about joining the Discord, which is given in the link in the description. So Sham, once again, thank you very much for showing us your games also, and giving lots of insights about the calculation. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm always open to discuss chess.
Yeah, definitely we will be having more streams with you, because
For sure.
maybe we will stream on your channel also someday.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, thank you, guys. Do like the stream before you leave. Thank you very much, and see you, and good